Hi everyone, Renee here with my Amazon Prime Day picks. So Prime Day starts tomorrow. It runs from June 16th to 17th, although a lot of the deals have already started. On those 2 days, the deals are going to be even greater. So I have a whole hodgepodge of picks for you, as was the case in my last Prime Day video, of things that I love, things that I find super useful and that just make my life a little bit easier, and things that just won't break the bank but are delightful. Of course, I've got my beauty recs, and especially with like K Beauty, some of the deals going on are criminal. I think we should start off on a happy note with these slippers, my new favorite thing. Every morning when I get up and put my feet into these, I just feel joy. Smells are infectious, but also these are so comfortable. These are snug, and not in a way that is like tight or suffocating, but it's like your feet are being hugged. They're being embraced. These have non-slip soles, so you can wear them outside as well. They're nice and plush, just enough cushioning, not too much so you don't feel stable, but yeah, just so comfortable. But also, obviously, I'm a non-shoe household, so I have a pair of these for all my guests whenever they come and visit, and people are so delighted to wear these. They don't mind taking their shoes off, especially when it means they're putting their feet in these. Just makes people happy. These were given to me by a friend of mine, and I love them. These are simply microfiber wrist towel bands that you use when you're washing your face so that water and soap and cleanser doesn't pour down your arms. At first I was like, okay, but they have definitely upgraded my skincare routine experience. I love my silk robes, or just robes in general, or pajamas, but the sleeves always get completely drenched. Obviously, you can't use them where they're right on your wrist because they will get completely soaked. But if you have them down to about like here, when you're splashing your skin with water, or just even applying anything, it just perfectly just stops everything from just leaking down. It doesn't get much more practical than that, although it does make me wish I kept my tennis wristbands. Those were for wiping sweat, but they would work really well here. I mean, cleansing balms really don't get better than this one. From Juno & Co., their Jade Clean 10 Cleansing Balm. This is their beautiful new version. Don't worry, the formula is unchanged. What's different is the packaging, which is now refillable and interchangeable with some of their other formulas. The refills of this come at around the same price as the original cleanser, but it uses 78% less plastic. For myself, I'm going to be stocking up on the refills, but also the whole refilling process is super simple and easy. This is equivalent to the most luxurious, expensive Japanese cleansing balms. The texture is in a league of its own. It's actually almost creamy. It's not waxy at all. And of course, the application is just completely effortless. It's elegant. It's a joy. This will eviscerate all your makeup, leaving almost nothing for a second cleanser to remove. This rinses off completely clean because leftover residue is always a deal breaker for me. But what I do find with this, and with a lot of, and exclusively the Japanese cleansers, is that after rinsing, my skin feels so super smooth to the touch. It's almost like that sort of rice bran powder effect. Maybe it's the pearl barley, I don't know, but I love it. I also want to mention iUnik is having sales on their formulas up to 70% off, so you may want to pick up one of my favorite cleansing oils of all time. Their Calendula Complete Cleansing Oil. This is something I will always have on hand, always stock up on. It's just so good. It's so soothing, calming. I also have a travel size version that I bring with me everywhere, and I'm constantly refilling. One of my top 3 essences, of course, second to my own, is this one from Dr. Ceuracle, their vegan kombucha tea essence. I'm mentioning this because the savings is just humongous on this. I've talked about this quite extensively in the past because this is just one of the best things I've put on my skin. It is just that perfect combination, that perfect balance. This uses fermented green tea mixed with some emollients, like a cream on the top, and you mix it up together, you shake it, and then you apply it on your skin, but there's no heaviness or greasiness either. It just sinks in, and it's so lightweight, and it's just beautiful. A great tip is to use this before you use an LED mask to help enhance results. For eyes, a super popular favorite that is practically a steal this Prime Day. From Beauty of Joseon, the Revive Eye Serum with ginseng and retinol. This is the best-selling eye treatment serum on Amazon right now, and it already is at a minimum of 30% off. You will get an additional 5% off, but only on the 16th and the 17th. This contains 10% ginseng root extract, which you know I love so much. It also contains contains 2% retinol liposome, which basically means the retinaldehyde is broken into tiny little bits and encapsulated in liposomes to help it stay stable. So altogether, this formula is like 0.02% retinaldehyde, which is a super gentle strength, especially for use around the eyes. I also love that this can be used on the mobile eyelids as well as obviously the rest of your face and your neck. And at these prices, you'll definitely feel more comfortable liberally applying it. If you have super sensitive skin or you're a retinoid beginner, this is a great place to start. This is so hydrating. It really plumps out the fine lines and just brightens up the eye area. Out of the non-prescription retinoids, retinaldehyde is the most directly active form. Many of you know that I've graduated to a stronger, more concentrated formula for around my eyes because I need more. But this is the first retinaldehyde eye serum I did use because of how gentle it was at 0.02% and was perfect to just even gradually build up to where I am now. This has been clinically tested to show that after 4 weeks of consistent use, an improvement in just moisture levels in the skin as well as eye wrinkles and neck wrinkles as well. I mean, the neck area is so sensitive, so a lot of the active formulations I use on my face, I cannot use here as well without a lot of irritation. So I've been using this as a neck serum and it's so hydrating. I feel like it instantly plumps out the fine lines, the creases just look less deep. The texture of this is as good as it gets. It's really hydrating and refreshing, which is so nice around this area. This sinks into your skin and disappears and dries down like immediately. I just love that when I first apply it, I get that whiff of that hangbang scent, that ginseng scent that I love so much. Something I will be stocking deep are my favorite eye patches from Pyunkang. They're black tea time reverse eye patch. Pyunkang, as you know, has always been one of my favorite hanbang brands. This is black tea that's been fermented up to a month just to really harness and concentrate all the antioxidants, the polyphenols, and all of that. I love everything about these, and I don't just put them under my eyes. I put them on all my frownies. It just kind of irons out my entire face. Moisturizer I've been using so much lately from Dalba, their white truffle double serum and cream. So I mentioned this in a recent video, and what I find so clever about this is that it completely solves the issue of situational moisturizing. It allows you to customize the texture of your moisturizer so your skin can feel comfortable, whether it's morning or night, summer or fall. Rather than having 3 moisturizers, you have a customizable one where you've got like 2 extremes of textures. One is a very hydrating gel, and the other is a dense cream. I can see myself in winter just using the dense cream alone. In fact, a lot of times I just feel I can't find anything dense enough. This is dense. This is so great for combination skin as well. You can put the gel on the T-zone and the cream on the cheeks. Otherwise, you can mix more cream with less gel and more gel with less cream. I mean, the options are endless, endlessly adaptable. Not to mention, this is one of the best deals going right now. During Prime Day, this will be 62% off. For lips, I'm kind of obsessed with this. From CNP Labs, the Propolis Lipcerin. If you're familiar with my videos, you'll know that honey, propolis, royal jelly, these ingredients are some of my favorites. And some of you may remember years ago, I talked about the CNP honey ampoule, which I think is one of the most underrated honey ampoules out there. As I'm speaking, I'm realizing this might be a good time to revisit that. I digress. This is so good. This is an overnight lip mask, but I use this during the day as well because I need it, but also it's got that beautiful glossiness that I like. And, you know, even as I am talking, I'm a little distracted by how beautiful this smells. It has a faint, they call it a geranium scent, but it's so nice. But what I love is this is one of those dial activated applicators, so you can control how much of this lip balm comes out. You really only need very, very little, and everything that you don't use stays bacteria free and airtight. I see that a lot of people do use their fingers to apply. I actually just and the rest of the formula does not get contaminated, which for me is such a huge plus because I'm kind of freakish about that. This uses New Zealand Manuka honey as well as propolis. It also has peptides, collagen, and shea butter. The only thing to be careful of is sometimes I could accidentally turn this even when the lid is on, and you know, I waste product that way. So this is no secret. In the summer, I am a perpetual hat wearer. I do not leave home without my UPF 50 plus hat. When I'm outdoors, that is one of the most important lines of defense. So one of the best and most useful things I've gotten is this hat clip. When I'm indoors or eating and I want to remove my hat, a lot of times I don't know where to put it. You know, even though I can fold it up sometimes it just is still too bulky for whatever handbag I am using. This solves that problem in actually a really elegant way. This allows you to clip your hat and attach it to any bag you are using. You just open the clip, attach it to the handle of your bag, and then you just clip this onto the brim of your hat. This is a magnetic clasp and it is strong. So you're not going to lose your hat. I've never lost a hat. Even pulling on the hat, it would take a lot to release it from the clip. Unfortunately, for those of us who live in the States, a lot of the Korean, European, Asian sunscreens do not ship to us, but I have two all-mineral sunscreens that I absolutely love. For normal to oily skin, I love Eucerin's Sensitive Mineral Face. This is more of a dry touch matte finish, but still, it looks really natural. I love using this. In fact, it feels similar to Supergoop's skin tints. It's a similar experience, same kind of finish. It's really sheer. It applies beautifully, but also has a bit of a skin perfecting effect. I feel like it just smooths everything out as well. Yeah, I find this very flattering, especially in the summer. Neutrogena's Purescreen Mineral UV Tint Face Liquid. I would recommend this for anyone with normal to dry skin. This has 4 shades, but they all blend out so beautifully that I think each shade covers quite a wide range of different skin tones. This is quite sheer, but during the summer I don't really wear makeup. I love a good skin tint that's quite flattering, and this is it. But also, this is a glowy formula. It's quite moisturizing as well. It gives you that really healthy, hydrated skin. But for some reason, I actually have a really hard time finding this in drugstores, so right now, the savings for Amazon Prime Day are substantial. Something that is so useful, so compact, light, and always in my purse is my data cable set. This is pretty much weightless and also it's the size of a compact mirror. This has everything I need for my devices. It's like every single cable connector option imaginable, and it makes traveling super easy rather than bringing a ton of cables, which I usually do. This holds my SIM cards, but also I love that this is a device holder as well. This will hold a phone, this will hold an iPad, a tablet. It's definitely a travel must-have for me, but this is something I carry around every day. Whether I am traveling or not, I love this silicone makeup brush holder. This can actually hold a good amount of brushes. I also love that it has a magnetic closure, so it's not as exposed. It's also great at cleansing your brushes as well, not just along this ridged edge, but inside, you've got all of this, which helps with cleansing the brushes, but you're also cleansing the inside of this as well. It dries really quickly, but yeah, I love this. You know, I haven't explored a new cushion compact in a while now, and I adore cushion compacts, but it's been a minute. I am loving this one from Turtur, my Glow Cream cushion. There are so many different varieties, and this is the one that I personally like the most. I really love this egg shape. I think ergonomically, it's just the greatest shape. For me, this is particularly great because I don't tend to use base makeup all over my entire face. I tend to just use it on certain areas that need it more. It really kind of gets into the areas. This particular cushion I like the most because it is not like extreme coverage. In fact, this looks really natural. This is more of that buildable, very natural looking coverage, whereas their other compacts tend to be really quite heavy coverage. Those I think would be good just to use as concealer. Even though this is my glowy cushion, I wouldn't say this is really glowy. In fact, it's kind of semi-glow, demi-matte. This also claims to really seal moisture in your skin and it lasts 24 hours. This is long lasting. So just another thing I cannot live without in the summer is from Westmore Beauty, their Body Coverage Perfector. To me, this is a very elevated version of Sally Hansen's Airbrush Legs. My legs are disproportionately paler than the rest of me, but I'm also a very clumsy person. I bruise very easily. This basically gives me flawless skin on my legs. It is flawless skin in a tube, but also it is so natural looking. It's so lightweight. It's so silky and elegant. Full proof. I get a perfect application using my hands every single time. I don't need a mat. I don't need a brush or anything like that. It's just so easy. I use natural radiance, but on me, it gives me some really healthy color. I mean, pores, texture, everything is completely smoothed out and it makes the skin look really healthy as well. There's like a slight radiant finish to it. This applies beautifully, but then when it dries down, it is completely budge proof for 24 hours. This won't transfer. This is sweat proof. This is waterproof. It's resistant to all things. I mean, I could be walking in the rain and it won't drip or transfer. This has 11 shades. This is great all over body makeup. You can cover tattoos with this and you won't even be able to tell. It looks so natural. It looks like skin. The Westmore family has a legacy in the film industry for their makeup artistry. They've won awards and everything. This is definitely more pricey than the drugstore version. To me, it's hard to go back after using this. It's worth it. it. So I'm definitely taking advantage of the Prime Day discount for this one. Anytime there's an opportunity to get savings on Nutrafol, I will take it. I've been taking their Women's Balance supplements for a while now, and I am not prepared to stop. This has definitely helped me, and I noticed the difference that it's making during a time and an age where I'm just trying to navigate going through so many different changes and hormonal changes and whatnot. Obviously, with other protocols, this is something that has really helped with my hair, but also my mood, my cycles, just everything, and my waves of anxiety at times. This is the first and only hair growth supplement with published clinical studies in menopausal women with subsequent hair thinning. This is physician formulated and designed for women aged 45 years and older who may be experiencing the various stages of menopause, whether peri or even post. I did a video showing all the regrowth I was experiencing, especially around my temples, and this is definitely part of that protocol. I recently did a video talking about my summer travel tips, and these are silicone leak-proof sleeves. I have ones of different sizes, ones that go long and ones that go wide. I mean, they have been a savior during travel. This happens all the time. Caps will fall off. A lot of times they loosen during transit, and sometimes product just leaks out from being jostled around. These keep caps firmly secured, and also if any leaks do seep out, they are very well contained within. I'm also going to link my favorite cosmetic bags for travel. I mean, they're all see-through, water resistant, I mean, easy to clean. They're perfect. So that's it, everyone. These are my Prime Day picks. These are just things that I've really enjoyed or find super, super useful. I'm going to link my Amazon storefront for things that aren't even included in this video that I really enjoy if you're curious. But thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I'm wishing you great skin health. Bye.